Merrill Shapiro. I'm a rabbi of a congregation in Florida and been a member of Americans United for well over a dozen years. Once upon a time, in the late 1990s, a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds came up and said, "Had you heard what happened in Teague Middle School this afternoon?" I said, "Hadn't heard a thing. Tell me about it." Well, it seems that it was the end of February, and there was to be an assembly that was wrapping up Black History Month. And interestingly, Tiger Woods was supposed to appear at that assembly. And so apparently the teachers that morning sat around deciding what to do about this assembly. And one teacher said, "Well, we can put on a program. I'm the advisor of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we'll gather everyone," as they did the last period, in the gymnasium. And the Fellowship of Christian Athletes did a program of tumbling and cheerleading, and the cheer went on to say that they really needed to bring Jesus into our school. And in fact, those who don't believe in Jesus are poisoning our school, and went on to say that those who don't believe in Jesus are poisoning America. Some of the students who were talking to me that Friday night tried to get up and leave, and the teacher came and said, "No, you in particular who are Jewish, you need to hear this message." Well, the upshot of it was that by Monday, one administrator had been dismissed. The following Thursday, the school board issued an apology, and we were on our way to remedying the situation until Matthew Staver and the Liberty Council sued the school board under the Free Exercise Clause, saying that these were evangelicals and had every right to practice their religion in assemblies, in the hallways and classrooms of any public school they wished. It was at that point that we all recognized that we were in over our heads and turned to Americans United. And Americans United was so helpful, had such a wonderful grasp of the situation, and Barry and the staff really helped us to focus on what was important and what was not, literally held our hands and made a major and important difference in our community. It was with a lot of trepidation. I said, these people are in Washington. The area surrounded by the Beltway is actually a different planet, and they are not going to have who am I, just a little country preacher in a small little town? And I picked up the telephone and didn't know to whom to speak or what I should ask or how I should. And from the person who was answering the telephone, this is a person who perhaps doesn't buy into our beliefs, but has a job answering a telephone. She led me by the hand, was warm, friendly, welcoming, and then I spoke to great and wonderful attorneys and people who, on a scholarly basis, understand these issues, and rather than never talk down to me, never gave me the idea that I might be stupid for asking some question, but instead encouraged me, elicited from me, literally squeezed from me I understood the situation better, actually, because of their questions, and they were never anything but warm, friendly, welcoming, excited to hear from me, and to this very day, I know that that's the exact same reception that anyone, wherever they are in the country, will receive, and that people shouldn't sit silently and suffer on their own